comic is from, I would imagine, one of the most normal places in the whole United States. She's from Indianapolis, Indiana. And you can reach her at enter Joyce at AOL.com on the web place that we were talking about earlier. And she's now basking in the Studio City sun. Let's have a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Joyce Martin.
Woo, what a good-looking audience. You know what? The thing is that I feel as good as you look. You people are beautiful. But I got to tell you, I did a lot of work to get this way because I did not grow up in a house that really nurtured self-esteem. I don't know about you, but I grew up in a house where my mother referred to breasts as fun jugs. Everyone in my family knew I had no jugs. I had been given thimbles. And my dad did not help. You know, he'd say things to me like, hey, you need some Band-Aids for those mosquito bites? I don't know why he talked to me like that. You know, I'd seen him get out of the shower, and I didn't make fun of his little tallywhacker. And you know, I got my body ideal image off the handles of his beer mugs. They had this nude babe, and she was in this big arch, and she had these giant knockers tilted toward the sun, and that was my ideal. And so I did what I could. I was obsessed with trying to figure out how to get these boobs to look a little bit bigger. I tried the Kleenex in the bra trick. I got busted when I was on a date, and my boyfriend sneezed, and I handed him my left tit. He was excited. Hey, he at last got to cop a feel. Then my girlfriends and I got this great idea. We decided we'd come up with this Miracle Grow ritual. We took that stuff you're supposed to put on your plants, and we whipped up this little potion, and we'd have these slumber parties where we'd rub that stuff on our little boobets, and we'd just pray for that miracle. And we were sure it was going to work because we bought the formula for melons. And you know, the thing is, though, I was so obsessed with this, and they say, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. Twice in my life, ladies and gentlemen, picture it, I ballooned when I was nursing my children. I went to the hospital the first time I delivered this baby, and I've got this 36C nursing bra. I'm thinking this is fine. My cup runneth over in a big way. So my mom calls. I'm like, you got to get me the next size. She goes, you are kidding me. I said, no, listen, I've got the jugs, and there is not one fun thing about it. I could not believe it. I had worked my whole life for this look, and now I did not feel like a hot number. I was not feeling like a hot babe. I felt like a fucking cow. I could not wait for those puppies to shrink back to normal. And the thing is, now that I had a daughter, I was hell-bent. She was not going to have this same hang-up that I had been given. She was going to learn the right names for anatomical body parts. And so, you know, it caused problems. We're over at my mom. She's got this little horse. She goes up, well, Grandma, where's the horse's vagina? And my mother, you know, Mrs. Funjugs, flips out. Now, why would a 2-year-old use a word like vagina? Who needed to teach her that word? Gee, Mom, you know, it's bathtub talk. Knee, elbow, vagina, you know, it's okay, it's okay. If you don't teach a kid the right names for body parts, they'll just call them like they see them. That same daughter walked into the bathroom, and her dad had just gotten out of the shower, and he's leaned over scrubbing the tub, and all of a sudden she's like, Daddy, what's a cow thing hanging off your butt? That would be a scrotum, honey. Girls don't get those. I went through that, you know, expansion and contraction thing another time, and you know, after my second daughter was born and I had gone back to my normal size, I was pretty accepting that this is just the body I've been given, and I'm really okay with that. In fact, I started feeling like the flat fox. In fact, I started feeling so bold, I suggested and convinced my husband that we should have an open marriage. And so for the last 6 years, well, it was the 80s. The last 6 years, you know, my boyfriend lived with us. I know you ladies are thinking, oh my God, how did you get that? That was really a happening thing. Well, there were still problems. I mean, it was Indianapolis, and now I had 2 guys that wouldn't mow the grass. But anyway, you know, the thing is, I did one Christmas, I said, hey, you guys, why don't you go in on a set of implants for me? You can buy the left one. You like it the best. You buy the right one. That's your fave. Well, all this talk about silicone, next thing I know, these guys are in recaulking the bathrooms. And, you know, what I have found is I'm okay with not having gone for the bought and paid for look. And I think the secret to it is, ladies, if you are one of those minimal mammary kind of girls like me, I just think we need to accept our seat on the itty-bitty-titty committee with pride. And you just gotta find that guy who really believes in his heart and soul that more than a mouthful is just a damn waste. And be okay. Be okay with the fact that the only bra that fits us is the sweet nothing. Thanks a lot.